Everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I filmed this, which is my kind of flawless skin, how to make your skin flawless when it's not, basically. So I'm really excited to be doing this video because I get a lot of people ask me, and people know now because I did the microneedling facial video that my skin is not by any means perfect at all, and I do get quite bad breakouts, and to be able to cover that up is just kind of like amazing. So I wanted to show you everything that I use. Some of the products I will be using are from my website. This is just a heads up. If you're not comfortable with that, that is absolutely fine, but I just wanted to let you all know that some are from my own website. Everything I use will be linked down below. I will also link the microneedling facial video, but yes, so if you want to see how to get flawless skin without having flawless skin, then stay tuned. So this side is a little bit here. I've got a couple of spots. This is the side that I have all my blemishes on. I had the microneedling done for. If you want to see that video, I will link it in the description. So basically what I do is I go in with this concealer. This is colour Organza, and I'm using this one because it's a skin with pink undertones. So if you've got skin that's got blemishes, redness, anything with a pink colour, it's perfect because it will cover up that colour. So literally I go in with a brush and literally just put it on in kind of lines. So like here I'm doing a couple of lines because I have a lot more. So even though it's a small thing, it lasts really well. And then I'm going to, oh god, if this dog keeps growling. She's sitting on the windowsill. And I'm just going to put it on each of the spots that I want to get rid of. Motion, just kind of blend it in. Mainly because I just find it blends a little bit better. Like on the skin, it kind of, you're not pushing it in, and you're not blending it out too much, do you know? You're doing it kind of finely on the top, so it kind of spreads, and then at the end, right. So then once you've done that, I'll then pat on. Oh my god! Lulu! Stop making so much noise! Get down! Go on! Then I'm just going to pat where the concealer is on them spots. By the way, I don't do this every day. This is just like the full coverage. This is my dog, by the way. Why are you making so much noise, huh? Right, so now I've done that, I go in with a powder. This one is, again, Organza. It's like a touch powder. And I go in with a beauty blender. And I just push a little bit on top just to kind of seal it and set it. Okay, so next I'm just going to quickly do my brows. Obviously this isn't about brows, but I'm going to quickly do my brows. And what the hell is my brow palette then? Yeah, so obviously this isn't about brows, so I'm going to really quickly do my brows, and then I'll be back to show you what I do to the skin after I've done my brows. Right, so I've done my brows. Now once I've done that, I go in with the Collection 2000 highlighting concealer, and I put it under here. And I take that small beauty blender and this brush, and I basically pull this down. Finger, just to kind of sort this a little bit out, because normally I quite like it a bit rough. Each to their own, of course. So this brow is really annoying me lately. But anyway, so once I've done that, I then go in with foundation. So this isn't really a lengthy process, like that would normally take 2 minutes, but because I'm like explaining it, it takes a little bit longer, I guess. So then I go in foundation. I use this, which is the liquid foundation from Younique. You can get it from my website, like I said at the start. Like this isn't for sales or anything at all. I just wanted to show you how I get my skin to look the way it does. I think because people ask me, I think because they know I haven't got perfect skin, so they want to know how I can get it to look quite good. So anyway, this comes with a little dropper, and I know most people don't do this, but I just put it on my head because then you can see the amount. Now, I do it a little bit gently over this area, but it's actually really good because all the concealer, it doesn't really move. I think I just squirted a bit here. This is the F20 brush from Black Canvas Cosmetics, and it's just like a flat brush, and I go in and dab it on. And I know most people don't do this, but this is what I do. Mainly, I guess because I'm covering it up, I don't want to, if I'm swirling, it's going to mix. It's going to get the product underneath, if that makes sense. So then it's going to mix. So obviously around here and stuff I can swirl it, but on top of that, like here where I'm covering, I literally just dab it. So that's what I do all over my face. A nice glow to it, but this won't give you the ultimate coverage because it will come off, because it's more of a glowy and kind of I don't know, it's like when you've got a foundation, if you don't set it, it's just going to come off a lot quicker. So then I go in with the powder that I used earlier. I use one that's slightly darker, so it's a shade darker, and I go in with a brush like this, like a powder brush, and I just swirl it around the palette, the little pot, and I just dab it on top. So if I can show you sort of that light, as soon as I dab it over, it's dulled right down, so it's matted it completely. So it's kind of matting. Obviously I add highlighter after, but yes, you want to do this all over your face. Obviously if I'm just going to the shop, like chances are I don't wear any makeup, but if I was going to the shop I would just use the foundation and not do anything else. This is obviously for like ultimate coverage, and that kind of flawless skin look basically. So what I'm going to do is, as this is the flawless version, I'm going to go back in with the Collection 2000 highlighting concealer, and the reason I'm using this is because it's really light, not just in colour but in, I guess, consistency. So the reason I use that is because once you've set all the good products into your face, you don't want to use something that's then gonna like move everything out the way. So I'm using this, and I'm literally just going to put it here in 3 little bits because I don't want to go too far down my face, but I still want it to cover. So just using the, I guess, tip, I go slightly over where the, I guess, the bag starts. And the reason why I do this is because it sets really quick, so it is a good concealer. But I'm just going to drag it down my face and out slightly. And then I'm going to go back in with that small blending bud and just dab to set that concealer in, because you have to kind of do it quickly, especially because underneath your eye, if it goes into the creases, it'll set there and it'll just look really poo. So then using that powder again, I'm just going to literally dab it into the powder and go in and set that. That part is basically that highlighting section done. Then I go on to contour. Now for contour, it's kind of like my go-to is the Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. Please excuse, look, it's like literally falling apart. This is how much I use it. But I use this one, which is the one in the middle. Right, this is the brush I'm using at the moment, which is working very well. So it's literally a tiny little sort of powder brush, but it's really small, not really angled at all, it's kind of round, and normal. So what I'm going to do is, I've started doing this, instead of mapping your face, you know when people draw it on, instead of doing that, I'm kind of building up as I go. So I'm literally just dabbing it in the colour, and then I'm kind of swirling it almost into that area where your cheekbone hollow is. And I've noticed lately that this has just worked so much better, and obviously as you can see, it's just, I don't know, I just like the look of how it goes, and sometimes like you can just blend too much. And I think as well, this is a really good point, is because I've got a lot of coverage going on, if you've got a blend and blend, it's probably going to take some of the, do you know what I mean, it's not going to take some of the coverage off slightly. So with this, as you're doing it kind of lightly, I just feel it works a lot better, and you can just build up and do it kind of really neatly. Okay, just using the same brush, I then go into the darker colour, which is the bottom left. Although the other side looks darker, to be fair, but this one is more, and that was kind of almost like orangey, I think, on my skin tone. So right here, I'm just going to take a little bit of that darker colour. And blend that in. So then once I've done that, I go in with this, which is the Technic Strobe kit. It's absolutely amazing. I don't use the creams, so that you get 2 creams on this side and you get 2 powders. I don't use cream highlighter, but I use the powder. I love this one. If you like gold kind of highlighters, this is one, but this is almost like a pinky white as well as pinky silver, and it's my favourite. So I just take, this is actually a concealer brush, but I love it because it's flat, and I don't find that fan brushes give me enough, if I'm honest. So anyway, I'm going to go in with this, and I'm going to put it on the tip of my nose, as you can see. Oh my god! A little bit here. Cupid's bow, always. So basically you put highlighter what you want to bring forward. So you want to bring your nose slightly forward rather than the sides. You want to not hide them, but you know, you want to make them all defined. So like the Cupid's bow, you want to bring that forward. Your cheekbones, you always want to bring them forward. So obviously adding, this is most amazing highlight, by the way, under the brow. I need to wax my brows, but I'm leaving them because I'm going to do a video for you all. I'm going to do a how I shape my brow video. And then normally what I do is I go in with the brush that I contoured with and just literally go in my eye socket a little bit, blend in with that highlight, and kind of gives your eye a little bit of definition. If you're going to wear this makeup, it'll probably be with a load of other makeup, but this is what I would do. So this is kind of it. This is my flawless skin look. This is how I wear my skin when I'm doing a video. So yeah, this is kind of it. This is like my flawless skin video, and how I make my skin, I guess, look flawless when it's not. Obviously I still have blemishes, but it makes it look so nice, and I'm really happy with the finish. It also lasts so long because you set it with that powder. So yes, I hope you like this video. I will link below what I mentioned about my micro needling facial. I'll link that below. I'll also link all the products that I used. I think I mentioned them all, but I will post them below. And yes, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, comment below, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new.